Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. So I have stuff from Maybelline, I have stuff from Be Perfect, I have stuff from Sheglam, a nice array of products, and I thought I would just show you guys what I got and obviously put it on my face. So I'm going to start off now with the viral, people have gone crazy, the Superstay Powder Foundation by Maybelline. So I picked this up in my local Superdrug. I think they had recently put out some stock because everywhere else I've been going, they have nothing left. In my local Boots, they had zero. They had one that was open. I'm obviously not going to purchase that one. So yeah, I picked it up in the shade number 3. So when I was looking at the shades, I was a bit like, I'm not going to go to 1 because that would probably be like just white, and if I went maybe any higher than maybe 4, it would probably go a bit too deeper for me. So I went for 3, and I know for someone who has very dry skin, using a matte powder foundation is probably not going to be the best thing for me, but I have moisturized prior to this. So I've just used my Beauty Crop vitamin C gel moisturizer, so I've let that settle in for a minute and it all settled in. So it does come with a little what is it called, like a kind of sponge. I'm not going to use it just because, I mean, I'll see if I can use it maybe afterwards, but I've got a couple of different utensils. So I've got one of my foundation brushes, but I recently picked up from Sheglam these little powder puffs because I've seen online that people are going crazy for powder puffs, and I thought, you know what, if I just, I mean, I know trying cheap shit is not going to be the best way forward first, but I thought, let me just see what they're like, and then maybe I'll purchase maybe a trigger one, or so many brands are trying them out. So I'm just going to go for it because I don't know what to expect. I've seen so many reviews on it and I just want to see how it works for someone of my skin. The Elf Camo one I did not like at all. I don't know if it was because it was too dry or the shade was just completely pale on me. So it has picked up a bit of product and we're just going to tap and go in because that is probably the best way to apply it, and let's see how it works. Okay, so first impressions, I mean, it's going on really nicely. It is again quite drying and very powdery, but I know it's supposed to be like that. So I'm just going to kind of add a tad bit more in some of in the places I feel like it's probably lacking slightly, which is probably more around my spots and a couple of other areas, but I think this might be more than enough because I have put on quite a bit and I don't want it to become too cakey. So I'm now just gonna like kind of stop there and we'll go on to some cream products, which I think might be a bit of a problem. I don't know if they've thought out this video very well, but we're gonna go in now with the Be Perfect bronzer. So I picked this up during, I think they had like a 60% off sale, and I'm actually going to use it with my sponge because I like using kind of cream bronzers with a sponge because I feel like it gives it a bit more definition. So I got the shade Sand, which is the lightest shade because I always go for the lightest in case I do any mistakes and then I can just build it up. So I'm just going to use it and hopefully it won't conflict too much with the foundation, and let's just see. This powder is kind of more of a, if you don't want like crazy full coverage, because it even says on here hue coverage matte hute, no okay, so it's a matte look. I was looking at the wrong language because of course I am, but obviously it looks like it's not going to be the most full coverage ever, which is fine. I mean, foundation is there to be very buildable and to give you an extra oomph. So I feel like maybe next time I'll probably try it with another foundation that I like using and then just see if that gives me extra bit more coverage. But this bronzer doesn't seem to be conflicting much with it, so that's pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to go on to blush. So we are going in with the Milk Makeup kind of as that lip and cheek kind of product. I was in Space NK recently and they've opened a brand new kind of bigger store in Westfield, and I thought I would go in and have a look, and they had a couple of Milk products out and I was like, you know what, I really want to try this. So I got the shade Quirk and they do have a big selection, so I'm actually just going to use it for my cheeks because I've mentioned this before, I don't like mixing products for my cheeks onto my lips because I don't know, it's two different skins and I just, not really, it's kind of two different parts of my face that are quite different from each other because obviously my skin is very sensitive, my lips are just normal, so I might just kind of keep it one product to one place. So I'm just going to use this as a blush. Normally I would just like glide it on, but because this is a powder foundation, I don't think it would kind of work that well. So I'm just going to use one of my brushes, and then we're just going to apply it and hope it doesn't look too clown-like. So let's just get this on. It's very balmy, so that's quite nice. I mean, I can understand why someone would use it on their lips. It's very kind of glossy, kind of a bit tacky at the same time as well. I'm not a big fan of kind of tacky feels. I mean, I do have a lip gloss for later, so that kind of defeats of what I said, but on my face, when I powder it down, it would therefore be okay, but on the lips it kind of gets in my hair and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that, but this is actually really nice. So I've never tried really many things by Milk Makeup. I've only used the primer, which is, again, obviously everyone loves that primer, so using a blush like this is really nice. Again, I probably wouldn't use it on my lips, but I will definitely use it again on my face. So let's go on to highlighter. So I have a really awesome highlighter that I'm excited to try from Sheglam. This is their new Moonside highlighter. I am very excited to try this because this is very like kind of space themed. So this is in the shade Constellation Glow, and this is actually quite a recent product that I picked up. So this is the packaging. It's really cool. I like it, and it is just a bit like just plastic really, and it comes in about 4 or 5 different shades. So I'm just going to swatch it. Oh, it's a bit dry on here. Gonna give it another swatch. Okay, I think after like the first coat it kind of like is settled a bit, so that's fine. I mean, I'm intrigued. I don't think I've tried a highlighter by Sheglam before, but I've definitely tried their blushes, which are stunning, but I haven't tried like a powder highlighter. So I'm just going to go in with my NYX professional makeup brush and just see how that works. Oh, let's get my mirror. Oh god, that's very icy. So it's very like gold-esque, and I think I went for this color because out of all of them I felt like it was probably the one that I liked the look of the most. That is very, very nice. I mean, I think it was about maybe £5, if that, less than that maybe. I've put a bit too much on my nose, my reindeer nose, but that is super duper nice. I know like Sheglam are always releasing new stuff when it comes to their makeup, and sometimes it's a bit of a miss, but sometimes they do have some really good items which I like. So this is pretty good. I mean, my favorite thing is always going to be their liquid blush because it is just absolutely amazing. So now we're going to go on to eyes. I'm going in with my Be Perfect West Waters eyeshadow palette. This has been out for ages, but I picked it up again during their 60% off sale. If you haven't seen the colours inside, they are pretty damn gorgeous. So you got some nice blues and a couple of purples. I am going to put on my Urban Decay eye potion first to give it a bit more of an oomph, and then we'll get onto the eyes. I thought I would powder down just a little bit with my Revolution powder, just because my face was getting a little bit warm because it's quite warm today, and so I thought I'd just add a bit. And so far, you know what, the foundation is looking okay. Is it giving me a big amount of coverage? No, but it's still kind of helping me out a little bit. So if you just want, so if you have something similar skin to me and you want a bit of coverage and you don't want to completely cover everything like an everyday one, this is still pretty nice. So we're going to go into the eyeshadow palette like I mentioned, and we're just going to do like a nice simple kind of purplish blue look, I guess, if you could do one of those. So I'm going to start off with Venture, which is this gorgeous little purple, and we're just going to get that all over the lid. Any excess, there's a tad of excess, not bad, and we're just going to tap it on. Okay, so that's looking pretty nice. So I'm just going to lighten things up slightly with Aura just here, and I'm just going to put it on top just to kind of just make it a bit lighter at the top here. So I'm just going to take a bit, and it seems much deeper on here, so I'm hoping it doesn't come out too deep on the top here. So now we're going to go in with Sky. So this is a really nice light blue, and I'm just going to actually start putting that into like the first 2 shades because I like a mixture of blue and purple. Sometimes it might not look completely right on me, but I like the way that they kind of work as two shades. These are very pigmented, so I think I might have put a bit too much on my brush, but I'm just going to go very light-handed. With the same brush, I am going to go in with Deep Sea just here, just to kind of blend it just more in the middle here, and then we'll end on a shimmer. Now we're going to finish on Peacock, so I'm guessing that's the only shimmer that we have here, which I believe is a bit odd, but it looks more of like a glitter shade, so I'm actually just going to use my finger because I feel like it might give me a bit more oomph. So this is like a kind of duochrome-esque. Oh wow, that's stunning. It just blends so nicely in with like a purple and blue, so good thing that I kind of did a purple blue look, because when you look at the shift of it, it really is both of those shades, so that's stunning. I accidentally added some at the bottom here, so I thought I would just replicate it there, because I thought instead of getting rid of it, let's try something different. So now let's end on the lips. So I have tried this formula before, but not this shade. So this is the KVD Vegan Liquid Lipstick in the shade Moonflower, and I'm going to go on top of that with a lip gloss. So I'm going to go on top of it with the Beam Lip Gloss Made by Mitchell in the shade Nude Mood. So we're just going to start off with KVD first because it's a really nice nude tone, and then we'll get on top of that one. Okay, I'm not the biggest fan of lip glosses. This is quite nice. I mean, it's pretty comfortable actually, and it's worked really well with that first shade because Moonflower is a really nice, gorgeous, like light nude tone, and I think adding the gloss on top has given a lot of shine and a lot of kind of like just some character, because I mean this is one of my favorite lipsticks ever. Like the formula is amazing, and then to top it off, it's all worked really well. So this is my finished look. I really love the eyes today. I was a bit skeptical, kind of going blue and purple. I mean, before, I know I've done a blue purple look before and it's looked really nice, but I'm always just skeptical of my own kind of skills. But I think, you know, wrapping everything up, the foundation has been pretty decent. Again, I will try it in a different way next time. Highlighter really good, blush really good, eyeshadow really good. I mean, I don't think I have a negative thing about anything, which is quite rare. Let me know if you've picked up anything recently, what your favourite product is at the moment. I'm really intrigued to know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon. Bye.